What next after submitting my grant proposal? In our grant consultations, we get this question a lot, whereby after we have submitted the grant for the non-profit, the next question they ask us is, what comes next after that? Like, what comes after submitting the grant? So, for us, we have 7 ways that we get grants about what to do after they submit their grant proposal. So the first one is confirm that the grant proposal was received. So most of the time when the nonprofit submit their grant proposal, they assume that their proposal was received by the funder. So, but what we tell organizations is that it is better for you to be sure, not being sure is better than the assumption. So the thing here is that you reach out to the funder now, ask them if they received your grant proposal. So it is a way of making sure that you are showing that you it shows commitment the to application of that grant opportunity. So the second thing is maintaining relationship with the funder. So just because you have submitted the grant proposal, that is not the end of the your engagement with the funder. You need to start building relationship. So the best thing here is that you talk to the program officer and now you ask them like the best way you can go forward with that. They will give you the guidelines about how they how they expect the relationship to look like the relationship between the if it is a foundation and now it's a non-profit. So they'll give you like how you can go about with the relationship, like to what point you can go to. So the other thing is like asking for feedback on the grant proposal. So after, regardless of whether your grant proposal was successful or not, and now especially if your grant proposal was rejected, the best thing you can do for your grant process is reaching out to the funder and ask them for feedback about the your grant proposal. So most of the time with the feedback, they will mostly they will give you if there are mistakes which are there or if there is something that was wrong, they will give you the feedback and now you will know if there is something you need to change or if there's something you need to add or something that you need to take away from the grant proposal. So when you do this, it gives you a better opportunity to next time you submit a better grant that will have more chances of being funded. So here what you want to do is that you want to ask for feedback so that you can look at things from the funder's perspective so that you can understand like how they look at our grant proposal and now know if there are mistakes that were made or what was the issues that caused a grant proposal to be rejected. So that is number three, asking for feedback from the funder. Number four is if you are awarded the grant, make sure to send a thank you message. So this one can be either we recommend doing it through email, but also you can do it like on the social channels, or you can organize a meeting with someone from the funder side. Like you meet them and now you express your gratitude to your project being funded. So that is number four. The fifth one is that you can invite the funder to the site of your projects. So as you go on with your project, it is one of the ways of building a relationship with the funder. So you can invite them to come at the site of your project, and now they look at what is going on, so that in case there is something that concerns them, like they can tell you about it. So that is number 5. Yes, number 6 is, if you are if your grant proposal was successful, make sure that you track the metric that you promised that you will track in the grant proposal. So this one is mostly like keeping the fund updated about what is going on. But now don't do it like so frequently. Like have a kind of distance between the times that you do that. So we recommend like 3 to 4 months to 6 months. So in that range now, you can track the metrics, and now either you can tell the funder about it, or you can just track them so that you can put them in your grant report. So that is the sixth thing you can do after submitting your grant proposal. Now the final thing is that you can ask for introduction from the funder. So you can ask them to be introduced to other funders that they are closely related to, or you can ask them like if there are other other grant opportunities that you can apply for that are relevant to your organization and your specific project. So yeah, you can ask them. So it is more like asking for introduction. So it can be either to another organization or another funder, or it can be to a partner that they are closely related with, that you feel that they they can relate to your project or non-profit, and also connect them to introduce you to your other grant opportunities. So those are the 7 things that you should do after you submit your grant proposal. So the first one is confirm that the grant proposal was received. Second one is maintain relationship with the funder. The third one is ask for feedback on your grant proposal. Number 4 is ask for introduction from the funder. Number 5 is showing gratitude to your funder. So this is if you have received the grant. So you send the funder a thank you message. Number 6 is inviting the funder to the site of your project. And now the last one is tracking the metric that you promised you will track in your grant proposal. So those are the 7 things you should do after submitting your grant proposal. So I'm Samuel Kimu, and organization is the NK Light. So we help nonprofit to in their grant process, from being grant ready up to what to do after submitting the grant proposal. So we create the strategy, we craft the grant proposal, and also we also do consultation. So thank you for your time, and I'll see you next week. So bye bye. Carpe diem.